You are now listening to Sir Ink's The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. Now, this podcast is only catered to those that are 18 and above and may not be suitable for work, or as we like to say, NSF. But remember, you can always listen to us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kink curious folk out there. My name is Sir Ink. What's good? Back with another little topic here. I was thinking about some things, and my topic would be, do you know what you're wanted for? Do you know what you're useful for? And a lot of times in BDSM, those things are stated. Like, one of the best things I like about the lifestyle is those things are kind of stated. We come to the table with, this is what it is. This is the role you'll play. This is what your responsibilities are, so on and so forth. But a lot of people really don't know what they're there for. They're just there, like, open, like, oh, I'm here to do whatever, and not really understand what they're getting out of it. When you understand what you're there for, why you're there, why you're useful, then you can fill some holes or seal some cracks in yourself, because through that situation you're gaining something. If you're not gaining something, something is wrong. This is an exchange going on here. When a masochist meets a sadist, there's an exchange. Both are on opposite ends, but they come in the middle for this exchange. If I'm a sadist and you're not a masochist, and I put you on a cross and I start whipping on you, and you're just thinking, well, I'm here to do whatever he wants. I may not like this, but if he like it, I like it. If he like it, I love it. You can't have that kind of mentality when it comes to relationships, especially BDSM relationships. You have to know how you're useful. What is your love language? What is your giving love language, right? Some submissives' love language is service. Some submissives' language is being bratty, being a baby girl, being the one that wants to pout, being the one that wants to color. So there's so many different things. And then there's people that have a mix of a few things. But you should know what you want. You should know what you're needed for. If you're a baby girl, you're seeking out a daddy. He's going to help put you in that perfect place and show you what you're really made for. If you're a slave, you want a master. If you're just a regular submissive, you may want a sir or a master. Or you can have a daddy dom as well. There are those that are in the submissive lane, and there are those who are in the dominant lane that are more in the middle of all of the characteristics and can fill any role. That's someone that's very expansive. That's someone that's very expansive, especially as a dominant. To be able to be a dominant to a slave, a little, a brat, and maybe just a regular submissive, that's quite complicated, and code switching, and switching of mentality and tactics. But again, you should know what you're wanted for. When you meet a dominant or you meet a submissive, you should know what you're wanted for. If I meet a submissive and we're talking and she wants more of a daddy dom, then I know I'm not going to be the man for the job. But if I try to play that role, I may fall short. More than likely I will. And I'm going to show a lot of green, right? And green means, I'm not ripe. My game isn't seasoned. Just as well as if, you're a master and you're dealing with a brat. You may not be able to deal with a brat because you really like straight subservient, not talk back, straight up and down, slave type women. Oh, I'm sorry, submissives, period. Male or female. So we all have to understand, what am I here for? How am I wanted? How am I needed? How does my best traits transfer in this situation? And if you really don't have those answers clear, then you might just be in something because that other person's in the lifestyle, you're in the lifestyle. It's not many of us, so let's try it. I mean, that can work. People can adapt. People can change. People can change methods and tactics. I'm not saying they can't. But what I'm saying is you should lean into your stronger traits. You should go after those who have that space that you can fill. Doesn't matter what end of this slash you're on, sub or dom. Your significant other, your partner, your play partner, or your paid dom or paid mistress should be able to bring to you what you need to fill some holes or cracks, or just fill you up, give you what you need, that release, or that guide, that structure or that guidance, whatever it is that you need, you should get. If you're dealing with if you're a submissive that needs rules and discipline and guidance, you can't be with someone who's kind of a dom that's haphazard, that, less hands-on or less structured in that way. That just won't work for you. That won't work. But you should know what you really bring to the table. What are your strengths? Know those things and say, look, these are my strengths and this is my love language. Know your love language. Know why you're wanted. Know why you're there. And if you don't, you need to get clarity. And again, I always speak about agreements. Agreements weed out malintent. It weeds out wasting time. It weeds out fakeness. It weeds out lack of experience. And lack of experience is okay if you're both willing to, go through the growth process together. But if you're a little bit more advanced on the board than you're dominant as a submissive, that is a tough route to go because you'll never feel fulfilled for a while. Now, if he turns the corner and turns into what you need, then that's perfect. But a lot of times, and I don't have a percentage or nothing like this, but just based on what I've heard over the years, not really. It doesn't really go that well. So just take that in mind. I'm not saying that you can't find somebody who has less knowledge and less experience than you and not grow together and have a great relationship. That's fine. That person also has to be receptive to actually learning. Not only from you cannot be their only source. They have to seek other sources so they have comparable data, knowledge, experience, so that it all adds up and that they know how to go forward, managing themselves, managing the situation, managing their emotions. But what do you think? Please leave your comments below. Like and subscribe to the page, please. And until next time. You know how to find me, Sir INQ, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can always email me at sirinq09@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, peace.